The arrival hall, one of America's busiest international airports, is usually a place of controlled chaos. Rolling suitcases, hurried announcements, flashing departure boards. But on this particular day, the rhythm of routine travel was abruptly shattered. In a matter of seconds, cameras were raised, security radios crackled, and stunned whispers rippled through the crowd. The reason was unmistakable. Park Jimin of BTS had just stepped into public view, and what happened next would ignite global headlines. According to multiple eyewitnesses, Jimin's arrival was meant to be discreet. No advance notice, no red carpet, no official fan event, just a quiet transition through the airport, protected by a professional security team trained to handle exactly this kind of situation. Yet despite meticulous planning, events took an unexpected turn when Jimin briefly deviated from established security protocol, prompting an immediate and highly visible reaction from a bodyguard. Within minutes, social media platforms were flooded with short clips, shaky phone footage, and breathless captions. Fans around the world replayed the same moment again and again, Jimin slowing his pace, turning slightly toward the public area, and raising his hand. Not dramatically, not recklessly, but enough to change everything. A carefully planned arrival. Sources familiar with celebrity security procedures in the United States say that Jimin's arrival had been coordinated down to the second. Airport authorities, private security contractors, and Jimin's personal bodyguards had agreed on a controlled route designed to minimize exposure and risk. The protocol was clear. Keep moving. Avoid sudden stops, no direct engagement with crowds, and exit the terminal as efficiently as possible. For the first few moments, everything went according to plan. Jimin appeared calm, dressed in understated fashion, a long coat, a cap pulled low, a mask partially concealing his face. His posture was relaxed but focused, his steps measured. The bodyguard at his side maintained close proximity, scanning the surroundings with practiced precision. Then, unexpectedly, Jimin slowed. What followed lasted only seconds, but those seconds would soon be dissected frame by fans, analysts, and media outlets alike. The moment that changed everything. Eyewitnesses say Jimin noticed a small group of fans behind the security barrier. Some were holding phones, others covering their mouths in disbelief. One fan reportedly whispered his name, barely audible above the airport noise. Jimin turned his head, slightly. His eyes met theirs. In that instant, he lifted his hand, half greeting, half acknowledgement. Security experts later described the action as a minor but critical breach of protocol. In high-risk environments like international airports, even a brief pause or gesture can create unpredictable crowd dynamics. And Jimin's bodyguard reacted immediately. Stepping forward with decisive speed, the bodyguard subtly but firmly repositioned Jimin, placing himself between the artist and the crowd, his arm extended not aggressively, but with unmistakable authority. The message was clear: move now. The entire interaction lasted less than 5 seconds. But in those 5 seconds, the atmosphere changed. Bodyguard's instant reaction goes viral. Clips of the bodyguard's reaction quickly went viral, with fans praising his professionalism and speed. Online discussions exploded, with hashtags trending across multiple countries within an hour. Textbook protection, one security consultant wrote on social media. Calm, controlled, zero panic, another commented. Many fans noted that the bodyguard never appeared rough or confrontational. His movements were controlled, protective, and precise, designed to restore protocol without escalating the situation. Others focused on Jimin himself, analyzing his expression in the brief moment before being guided forward. Far from looking startled or upset, Jimin appeared composed, even apologetic, as if fully aware that his instinctive gesture had complicated matters. Airport temporarily disrupted. Despite the swift response, the ripple effects were immediate. Word spread to the terminal that a global superstar was present. Travelers stopped walking. Phones came out. Security personnel from the airport converged on the area to assist in crowd control. According to airport staff, a nearby corridor was temporarily closed to redirect foot traffic. Flights were not delayed, but movement through the terminal slowed significantly. Announcements urged passengers to keep walkways clear, while additional officers formed a loose perimeter around Jimin's team. It wasn't chaos, one airport employee later explained. but it was intense. You could feel the energy shift. Fans react, praise, concern, and debate. The incident sparked intense debate within the fan community. Some praised Jimin for his warmth, saying the gesture reflected his genuine love for fans even in high-pressure situations. Others expressed concern, arguing that safety must always come first. "His heart is bigger than the protocol," one fan tweeted. "But his safety matters more than a wave," another responded. Longtime followers of Jimin pointed out that this was not the first time he had struggled to balance strict security rules with his natural inclination to connect. Known for his politeness and emotional awareness, Jimin has often been described by staff and fans alike as deeply considerate, even when it complicates logistics. Security experts weigh in. Several security professionals were interviewed by international media outlets following the incident. Most agreed that while Jimin technically broke protocol, the situation was handled exactly as it should have been. "In close protection work, the client is human," said one former executive protection officer. "They act on instinct sometimes. What matters is how the team responds." In this case, the response was immediate and effective. Another expert noted that airports are among the most challenging environments for celebrity security due to open access, unpredictable crowds, and constant movement. "You plan for everything," he said, "except human emotion. That's the wild card." Silence from official channels. As of this writing, neither Jimin nor his agency has released an official statement regarding the incident. Insiders suggest that this is intentional, as drawing further attention could amplify the moment beyond its actual significance. Those close to the artist say Jimin continued with his schedule without delay, maintaining professionalism throughout the remainder of the day. There were no reports of injuries, confrontations, or formal complaints. In other words, the situation ended as quickly as it began, but its impact continues to resonate, a moment that reveals more than it hides. For many observers, the incident revealed something deeper than a simple protocol breach. It highlighted the constant tension between global fame and personal authenticity, between safety and connection, between control and instinct. Jimin's brief gesture, a raised hand, a shared glance, was enough to remind the world why he commands such devotion, not because he is flawless, but because he is human. At the same time, the Bodyguard's instant reactions serve as a powerful reminder of the unseen professionals who stand between idols and danger, making split-second decisions so that moments like these don't spiral into something far worse. The internet moves on, but the image remains. As trending topics shifted and new headlines emerged, one image remained etched in public memory. Jimin walking forward once more, guided safely by a security team, his head slightly bowed, not in defeat but in understanding. In the end, no protocol was permanently broken. No harm was done. Yet the incident at the U.S. airport became a global talking point because it captured something rare and unscripted. A superstar paused, a protector reacted, and the world watched, holding its breath for just a few seconds that felt much longer. In an industry built on precision and planning, those seconds were a reminder that even the most carefully controlled journeys can change in an instant. And when they do, it is instinct, professionalism, and humanity that define the outcome.